Major story here. Opposition lawmakers in South Korea have submitted a motion to impeach the country's president after he declared martial law in the country for the first time in more than 40 years. Now, the order was reversed hours after opposition from both sides created a massive political crisis. Now, here's how events unfolded, because things moved quickly. Late yesterday in Seoul, President Yoon announced he was imposing martial law in this televised address to the nation, vowing to eliminate, quote, pro-North Korean forces in the parliament. Well, after the president's address, troops moved in on South Korea's parliament with this surveillance video capturing soldiers arriving by helicopter. Chaotic scenes followed outside, where protesters right here are clashing with troops. Now, one opposition lawmaker, in fact, filmed himself. He's climbing over a fence here to enter the country's National Assembly. Then in the early hours of this morning in Seoul, 190 lawmakers voted unanimously to override the president and lift the declaration of martial law. Following that vote, President Yoon formally lifted martial law at around 4:30 a.m. local time during a cabinet meeting. In all, martial law was in effect there in South Korea for around 6 hours. Our Ramy Inocencio is following all of the latest developments for us from Seoul.
Errol, yes, only for 6 hours, but the fallout here is still being felt, and that hasn't stopped street protests like this one right behind me against President Yoon Suk Yeol. Now, his approval numbers have sunk to near record lows. At the last Gallup poll that happened last week, they've sunk to about 19%, and his declaration of martial law has frankly made more people even angrier at him. Tonight, there is this protest march organized by South Korea's biggest labor union. It's been a weekly thing since he took office back in 2022, but there definitely feels like there's an added electricity that Yoon could be forced to resign, or that his impeachment is imminent now that those opposition lawmakers that you mentioned have submitted that motion in the National Assembly. Looking at this from the broader regional Asia perspective, the concern is that North Korea, China, and Russia are watching this destabilization in South Korea's democracy. Their leaders, Kim Jong-un, Xi Jinping, and Vladimir Putin, may even be cheering on the chaos here as they see any signs of instability in South Korea as something that they could potentially take advantage of. But remember, about 28,000 U.S. troops are stationed here in South Korea. Whatever happens with this country domestically and its president and its tarnished democracy, that U.S. troop presence, Errol, is not expected to change.
Fascinating scenes there. Ramy, thank you.